Most games out there today have some kind of in-game currency, and ESO is no exception. What are the best ways to make money, you ask? That's a great question. In this video, I'm going to go over how to be making millions in the Elder Scrolls Online. Now make sure you watch the entire video and combine all the methods I'm going to go over here to maximize the amount of gold you will make in-game. Let's get started. The first method I have for you is to complete your daily crafting writs on as many tunes as possible. If you are all maxed out on your crafting passives, you can make up to 5k per tune, and this really adds up if you're doing this on 7, 8, 10 characters every single day. Now it does take a lot of skill points and effort to kind of level up your tunes to that point, but stay tuned. One of my methods later is going to help out a great deal with getting skill points as well as leveling and really make the most of your crafting writs every single day. Even if your character doesn't have all of the crafting passives maxed out, you can still make a decent amount of gold with this method. Plus, the more writs you do, the more experience you'll gain, so you can level up all of your crafting skills, which allows you to completely max them out. So it's worth it to start doing this early on so that your tunes can maximize the crafting as soon as you have those skill points that you're willing to commit to those passives. Speaking of those passives, here's just an example of going through them. Each one has its own kind of unique values. Some of them are very, very similar. Each of them will have a level, usually 1 to 10. That is just the level of the crafting and the level of the materials you need to complete those writs. If you're a level 10, you're looking at rubidite. That's what all of your crafting writs will require you to use. There are also other passives there, such as hirelings. They'll send you materials in the mail, better deconstruction, get more mats from deconstructing anything, overland sets, intricate items, anything like that, as well as just boosts for when you're crafting using less of the gold materials. All of these are going to help you acquire more materials over time, improve your crafting to get the most out of it, and the more materials you have, the more you'll be able to sell. More on that later. So you can see here, there's always a spot, usually pretty close to the crafting area, where you can turn these writs in. Once you turn the quest in, you'll receive a coffer containing a ton of crafting materials and the gold. There's also a chance for you to get master writs. In order for these master writs to drop, you do have to have the crafting passive up to level 10 or whatever the highest level is in that area. But this brings me to my next method, which is in fact completing your master writs. Every time you complete a master writ, they will award you a certain amount of writ vouchers. These can be used to buy all kinds of furnishing materials, furnishing plans that otherwise are unable to get in the game. That makes them sell really well at traders. You can also buy attunable tables, which a lot of people buy to build out their guild houses. Master writs can seem like a pain because you have to craft a specific set typically that is found somewhere in the Overland. It can be found in PvP zones, which can be hard to get to unless you are part of a guild. A lot of guilds have a guild house where they have master tables which contain any sets that they've been able to collect. A lot of guilds have full table sets available that you can use for free. So you can open up a few of your master writs, pop on over to the guild house, complete them all right there, and then I recommend purchasing the snug pod. You can travel to it for free and turn your writs in just up the bridge. It's super quick, super easy, and it's a great way to buy items that you can sell for gold. Another caveat to this method is that you do have to have the motifs for a lot of the master writs in order to craft them. Do not open them if you do not have the motif. Save it for later. You can use your storage, your bank, another character, however you'd like to store them. Wait until you have the motif and then complete that master writ. Don't have a lot of motifs? Keep listening. I have a great way that you can earn gold and get motifs at the same time later in this video. The next method I have for you to earn some gold is to check out the daily endeavors. A lot of time the daily endeavors will have gold associated with them on top of the endeavors, and it's a really easy way to incorporate earning some gold along with the everyday activities you're already doing. Crafting, master writs, those two methods I just went over, a lot of times those are endeavors for the day as well. On top of that, a lot of the other daily quests are things you can easily do, such as using your ultimate ability, stealing items from the environment, improving an item. Those all can be incorporated into the methods I have here here for earning gold, making this a pretty effortless way to add more gold to your daily earnings. Did somebody say stealing? That's right, my next method for you is stealing or pickpocketing items from the environment. Now, this can seem challenging at first. Once you have skill points and passives activated here, pickpocketing and stealing becomes very easy to do, and you can acquire a lot of gold very, very quickly. As you can see here, pickpocketing an innocent person in Tamriel, stealing their belongings, and then sometimes if you get caught, the person you pickpocketed will become so angry that they will start to try and kill you themselves, resulting in a fight. You can kill them, take the last item off their body. And then if you have a bounty, don't spend the money on it if you can avoid it. There are these counterfeit pardon edicts that will lower your bounty down, and it's a really great way to maximize the amount of gold you earn from stealing. As long as you don't get caught by a guard, your bounty doesn't matter too much, but it can make it easier if you just make it disappear. You can steal a lot of items from people all over Tamriel. There's white, green, blue, and even purple items that you can steal. You can find motifs, you can find recipes, furnishing plans, all of which can sell for a ton of gold at traders. So this is a very lucrative way to earn gold in the game. On top of pickpocketing people, you can also break into people's houses or steal items from the environment. So a lot of times when you break into somebody's house, there can be safe boxes which have gold and items in them. You can pickpocket the people in the house, as well as steal items all over their house that you can sell to a fence. If you have the Thieves Guild DLC, there are also thief troves all over Tamriel that can be spotted. You can open those up, take the items inside, and also sell those at a fence. Now, one passive that's really helpful to have is to maximize your friendship with Ember, the companion. When you completely befriend her, she adds the chance to find a hidden wallet while you are pickpocketing the citizens of Tamriel. Now, this effect also happens if you have her out as your companion while you're pickpocketing. Once your inventory is full, or you just want to turn in what you have, to the nearest fence, and you can either sell or launder the items that you found. Now, I would recommend selling all of the treasures and laundering the motifs and recipes, crafting materials, anything else like that, so that you can sell it at the guild trader, consume the motif or recipe, whatever you'd like to do with it, rather than selling it to the fence. Now, if you're putting a lot of time and effort into this, I do recommend deleting the white items. This will save you space in your inventory and maximize the amount of gold you get from selling the items, since there is a limit at the fence of what you can sell every day. Now, this is separate for each character, so whenever you hit your limit, you can switch tunes, start over again, but deleting the whites will maximize the amount of gold you get out of this method. If you're new to pickpocketing or stealing, don't worry, there's this great spot in Somerset that I'll show you here. You can pickpocket the citizens here. There aren't any guards around, so it's a really easy way to practice pickpocketing, up your ledger and domain skill, and start pickpocketing without having to worry too much about getting caught. Now, so far, a lot of the methods I've shared with you do require to have a lot of skill points and experience on your tunes. That's where method number 5 is really going to come in handy. You can farm public dungeons, get skill points and gold at the same time, and start building up those other areas of your tunes so that you can maximize the amount of gold you're getting. You can see here in every public dungeon there is a group event which awards you a skill point for defeating that group event boss, as well as a sky shard in each of the public dungeons. Now, you can come to your achievements and see which public dungeons you have on that character. These are per character achievements, so each character can complete them versus the account wide, which unlocks on every single character, even if you only do it on one. This is a great way to see what public dungeons you have completed and have not completed the group event for. So as you can see here, if you're in a public dungeon, you've already completed the public event, you've gotten the sky shard, there's still a ton of enemies. It makes it easy to farm, kill the enemies, collect the gold, as well as overland sets you get from defeating the bosses. Now, you can sell these sets at guild traders. A lot of them sell for a surprising amount of money. You can pick up these sets every time you kill a boss, and it does depend on the trait, on the weapon, whatever you're picking up, but it's a great way to start selling things at a trader if you need items there. You also get experience pretty quickly. This is a common method people use to also level their tunes, so this is a great way to level, earn the skill points, and earn gold all at the same time. Now that achievement section just shows the base game zones, each DLC typically has one or more public dungeons in the zone as well. A lot of the DLC dungeons also have items that drop from them that you can combine to create an outfit, a non-combat pet, etc. A lot of these newer DLCs, you can sell those shards or fragments at a trader as well at a high price. So check out the traders, see what they're selling for. It might be worth jumping into some DLC public dungeons instead of just the base game ones as well. On top of all of that, a lot of public dungeons have treasure chests which contain gold, overland sets, other items, crafting materials, as well as a lot of crates, baskets, urns that you can loot to get additional items as well. This makes farming the public dungeons a really great way to start building your arsenal of materials as well as building up those skill points. The next method I have for you is scrying for Antiquities. Now this does require the Western Skyrim DLC. You have to complete the initial quest there to unlock scrying on your character. Once it's unlocked, you can start scrying for items in any of the zones. So as you can see here, I'm scrying for one of the green items. It's the most basic item you can scry for in any of the zones. And once I scry for it, I'm going to go find it, pick it up, hopefully find some bonus items while I'm digging. Those bonus items are usually also treasures that you can sell, and each of the base items, as well as their subsequent blue and purple leads, are treasures that you can sell. This is a really easy way to level up scrying on your character in addition to making gold. Now I love scrying. It's a great way to get furniture, a lot of other mythics items in the game, and so it's a valuable skill to level, and you can make gold while doing it. As you can see here, once I've dug up the green antiquity, I get the lead for the blue one here as well. I'll then dig up the blue one, hope that I get the purple lead. In this case I didn't, which is totally okay. I'll just go back to the green one, rinse and repeat. The more you do this, the more treasure you have, the more gold you'll make from selling those items. Now, a really good area to start scrying in is Artaeum. It's a really small area that you can run around very easily, find the dig spots very quickly, and level up your scrying skill without spending too much time here and making the gold. You can also do this while you're questing, leveling up your toon, maybe trying to find a public dungeon or two. A really easy way to add passive gold without thinking about it too much. On top of that, if you have your scrying maxed out, you can unlock a passive that makes the treasure chests glow. Now this is huge because when you're in those public dungeons, you're running around Overland, those treasure chests will light up and make them so much easier to see. This is a great way to find those treasure chests, make sure you're getting the most gold out of your time that you're spending. At this point in the video, you've probably heard me say traders a few times, and that's why method number 7 is to use a guild trader. Now, I know not everybody loves using guild traders, but I think it's a really great way to earn gold really quickly. Now, if you've been following the methods previously, you have a bunch of crafting materials, motifs, furnishing plans, recipes, you name it, you have a lot of stuff to sell. Now, all you need to do is join a guild that has a trader, and you can start selling those items to everyone who plays the game in Tamriel. Now I know on PC a lot of items sell for a lot more. I do play on console, so a lot of the items that you'll be seeing in this video are console based pricing, so just keep that in mind. Now you can have up to 5 guild spots. You can choose whether one or all of them have a trader, and there's a variety of option of guilds as well. Some of them will charge dues. I've seen anywhere from 5k to 30k depending on the location of the guild trader, so it's totally up to you how much you want to invest in this. There are also guilds who offer a free trader, which is a really easy way to get started. Just keep in mind that they usually have a location that is not as well trafficked as some of the ones who charge dues. Why do they charge dues? It's incredibly expensive to secure a guild trader location. It's a whole bidding process. I won't get into it, but just know that your dues are going towards securing that trader, and it's not the guilds just trying to take your money. If you sign up for a guild that even has 5k dues, you can make that with one character doing their crafting writs, and you're paid for the week. So keep that in mind. It sounds like a lot of gold at first, but it's a great investment because that money will be returned to you when you sell your items. So as you can see here, to list an item, you simply go to the bank, scroll down to guild store, and start selling your items. You can set the price to be whatever you want. I would recommend first searching by holding down X to see if somebody else has listed it. You can either meet or try to compete with them, but I recommend meeting it just so that you're selling at the same price as them them. You can also check the traders around you compared to what they have items priced at. A really great way to make sure you're not charging too much or too little for your items. There are also really great ways to look up online how much things cost. A lot of guilds will have a price check channel in their discords or bands, whatever app or system they might use to communicate. Those bots are a really great way to check what items sell for. I do believe it is PC pricing most of the time, so just keep that in mind. Another great way to see what is being sold at your guild is to check the history tab. So to do this, you can go to the guild and then scroll down to the history section. Here you can see what's sold and what price it's sold for, so you can get a great idea of what people are looking for at this trader. As you can see here, it's a lot of materials, some motifs, some crafting sets. But if you're not sure where to start, check out the history, and it's a great way to find some items that you can list for sale. Now, another option if you really don't want to use a guild trader is you can always offer to sell your items in zone chat. You'll see a lot of people posting want to sell WTS in the zone chat. Just be careful if you're buying. Sometimes the prices can be a scam. People can be asking for too much. Likewise, if people are looking to buy in zone chat, just make sure they're paying you what the item is worth. But this is also another way that you can sell your items if you'd rather not work with a guild trader. Another great way to farm gold while also getting motifs and finding a Scry shard is to farm DLC Dailies. Every DLC zone has daily quests that you can pick up every single day and complete them for a coffer of various rewards. There is usually a world boss quest, a delve quest, and then an overland world challenge quest such as dark anchors, Miramore incursions, etc. Depending on the zone, there will be a different type of incursion if it's available. Picking up these dailies, going to do the quests, and then turning them in is a great way to earn gold. It'll also give you the motifs that drop for the dailies in that zone. This is a really great way to pick up those motifs to complete more master writs, or if you already have the motif, sell it at the guild trader. You earn gold while doing this, and if you pick up the delve quest, you can pick up the Scry shard while you are in there. I also have found a ton of Scry shards while traveling to find the world bosses and the incursion, so it's a great way to explore the DLC zone without putting too much time and effort into it and picking up those precious Scry shards to get your skills. If you have the Gold Road DLC that just dropped and you have unlocked scribing on your character or account wide, you can also pick up scripts. If you don't want to use the script you picked up, you can also sell those. These are pretty hot items right now, so you can make a lot of gold just by posting your scripts at a guild trader as well. The last method I have for you is looting Overland treasure chests and doing the treasure chest maps to get gold, items, and all kinds of goodies in the zone that you have the chest or map for. There are a couple of passives that help you get more gold from treasure chests and really any source in the game for a couple of these options. The first is Miri's expertise, which requires you to have Miri equipped as a companion or have her maxed out, unlocking the upgrade shown here. This will give you more loot out of treasure chests all across Tamriel. The second is to have Fortune's Favor, Gilded Fingers, and the Treasure Hunter champion point equipped. These give you more gold out of chests and all other sources in Tamriel and will boost the gold that you make without having to do anything at all. Another one is that if you have ESO Plus, this does increase the amount of gold you get in game by 10%. This is really helpful if you have it, but it's not a must-have to make money in the game. Now, I know this might sound a little bit tedious. A lot of people hate the treasure maps, but they can have some really good items in them, and a lot of them will also give you the chance to scry for the ancestral race motifs, such as ancestral orc, ancestral elf, or whatever that style page is for. So this is another great way to level up your scrying, get you a motif that you can sell or use for your master writs, as well as picking up gold at the same time. Now, if you have a higher scrying level, you can see those treasure chests even better and more easily find them in the Overland and get to them before somebody else does. It's also a great way to get Overland sets, jewelry, weapons, things like that. It's random out of the treasure chest, so you can get whatever item that is available for that Overland set. If you have treasure maps and you're not sure where to go for the location, check out the video that I'll link at the end of this video. I have an entire playlist of treasure maps that make it super easy to find the location of the dig spot. You're not running in circles, wasting time. You can go through your treasure maps very quickly and reap the rewards. Combining all of these methods is how I started to make millions in the game. There are other ways to earn gold in game that just aren't my particular favorite, but you might like them better than something I've mentioned. I'll throw a couple of them up on the screen here. You can take a look, try out what's best for you, but I definitely recommend combining the methods I've shown you here. It's a great way to start making millions. I hope you found this video helpful and it helps you become flush with gold that you can spend on whatever you would like in ESO. If this video helped you, like the video. I'd love to make more videos like this, so please help me out by subscribing to my channel. Did I miss something? I'm always learning new things and would love to know your favorite ways to earn gold. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.